Welcome back to Croc, Legend of the Gobbos, and this is part 6, and it may or may not be the final episode, because this game really isn't that long. Oh, we got these speedy motherfuckers right here, and they're going real fast. I love that sound effect, really. Okay, so you've just got a very simple pattern, you just gotta avoid him, so I gotta jump when he does the thing, right? Or, I guess because this is a 3D platformer, I don't even have to worry about that, because look, he just misses me. That's a really creative enemy type, though. I don't know if I mean, it's still it's the basic concept of, like, a thing that follows a path, but it's a really cool way to pull it off, you know? As a result, he's pathetically easy to avoid. Well, these platforms look, for some reason, they look like something out of fucking Kirby 64. Like, the shading on them, I don't know, it gives me Kirby 64 vibes, but, yeah. It's really odd how such simple execution can result in things being associated in this way. And look at Baron Dante. I love this, like, the way he just has the two fists to make it look like he's, you know, fist bumping, you know, looking all cool. Maybe it was intentional, maybe it just happens to look that way, but I think it's really, really charming. And this whole game is just pure oh my god, look at that, look at those. What the hell are those things anyway? They're like some of his minions, I guess. Wow, they have a goofy little photo. Oh my god, I love this. I mean, I guess it's more of a painting. Do cameras exist in the Croc connected universe? I don't know. We would have to look into... Okay, god, I thought for a second that it spawned me right above the bastard. No. I love how he's tired. Like he's actually not that good at what he does. Ooh, the way the platform is curved gives it like a fisheye lens thing going on. Sonic Extreme. Remember when, like, well, I mean, I guess it's not so much remember, like, because people still do it, but it's this really interesting thing where when, like, a piece of video game music, for example, goes unused in the final game, or just a game just goes unreleased, and I knew it. Okay, everyone they apply this quality to that piece of music, like it's, there's a lot of comments you can read where it's like, you know, on Space Queen specifically. I'm talking about the ice one, the one you know from Sonic Extreme. That one, yeah. The one that it kind of sounds a little bit like What Is Love, Baby Don't Hurt Me, because, like, it's a very similar melody. And even the chords are, I think, identical. For the most part, the chord progression is basically the same. What is it? So it's like it's 2, I guess it'd be 2-4, 2-4-1-5, possibly. Look, you don't give a shit about that, but to be fair, you know, maybe I should keep talking about music like this, because, you know, there's plenty of people who get kicks out of listening to other YouTubers talk about shit that no one else cares about, but it's funny, because other people don't find it that interesting, and hearing someone else get worked up about it is entertaining. Like how when, for example, if Michael, Exoparadigm Gamer, saw this, he would get really pissed because this doesn't have perfect pixel. At least, I think it doesn't. I'm not using the integer scaling, although I think when you use it anyway for this game, because of the resolution that it runs at, when I play it in this kind of window, it looks full screen anyway, so maybe it is perfect pixel. Well, no, it can't be perfect pixel, because in post, I'm going to zoom this ever so slightly in. I'm actually not playing this full screen. I'm playing it like just maximized window, but there's still a little bit of that, you know, what would you call them? Damn it. The system information, you know, that DuckStation has, obviously. The original PlayStation 1 FrameMeister OSSC recording thing. Fucking hell, I don't even know what half that shit means. Honestly, okay, so basically it's a piece of software that records it, and then you can scale it, right? Instead of it coming out all blurred. I guess it's a way to get nice, crisp, clean-looking footage, because it has to be that way. See, here, it's basically just running the game at native resolution and blowing it up in a way that Windows, like, knows how to make it look nice and sharp. But if you didn't do that, I imagine that it would be very... It'd basically be as if I were to record this video at the actual resolution at, well, apparently 512 by 240. Although I'd probably just do it at 320 by 240, because that's generally what you're supposed to use. You know, like if I recorded it like that, and then if I zoomed it in Vegas, because of the stupid-ass interpolation that it has that I don't know how to turn off, or maybe you just can't turn it off, I really hope After Effects maybe oh, you know, I should just look into that. I have After Effects. Or I could just look it up, to be honest. Like, After Effects, scaling, interpolation. Photoshop has that, you know? You can switch between nearest neighbor, bicubic, bilinear, full, I think it was, like, also cubic. You know what I mean? There's different options, so maybe, there's, like, a setting when you're creating the fuck it. I know that one of those is... Okay, let's just speed it up. I don't care. I just need to get this, and it'll speed this up as well. Just don't speed up so... Oh, no! I wasted my fucking time, and now I have to waste even more of my time. Come on. There you go. I'm glad this game isn't 16:9, because otherwise you would see that, the little icon... I mean, maybe there's a way to disable that. There's, like, a little icon that shows up in Duck Station when you speed it up. Oh, fuck. It happened again, because I can guarantee you one of those is going to be the hidden gem, and I need to get it. Because all of a sudden I'm a completionist? No. Again, I don't really care that much for 100%. It's just that, like, if there's an obvious collectible... This is a really cool skybox, by the way. Like, look at... Hold on, can I... There you go. Look at that. That almost looks like a sunset. I know it's a torch, but... I knew it! I told you! PS1 skyboxes are just... There's something else. They're... You know, this might be a hot take, and it's going to be like a really weird and obscure type of hot take, but I think PS1 skyboxes are way more interesting to look at than N64 ones. And I know it's kind of a given, because like, oh no shit, they have more detail because they can fit on the disc. But, you know, N64 skyboxes have like this cult thing going on where it's just like, whoa, let's think about the endless beyond. And, I mean, to be fair, I like this game specifically because of the endless beyond, but because it's not necessarily shown. Look at that, it looks like a fisheye thing. It's not fisheye. It's just, that's just how it's shaped. But still, you know, because of Mario 64 and stuff. And yeah, you know, there's definitely... You can really get lost in those skyboxes, but these aren't skyboxes to get lost in. They're skyboxes to just appreciate and look at and think, that looks genuinely really good. Not like, oh man, that gives me some, you know, weird vibes. You know what I mean? The game's weird. It's not normal. Psychological horror, I don't know. Well, no, this is just like a genuinely... Ooh, the frame rate tanked for a bit. That's interesting. Oh, man. I guess a modern PC can't... I know, it's from the actual... What the fuck? I was holding for... Okay, I'll take that L, to be honest. Do people still say that? Do people still say, like, L and W? Is that a thing? Or have we relearned how to say win and loss? You know, I'll take that loss. I don't know. There is something, like, I guess kind of cool about saying, like, taking an L or of W as well. I don't know why. Just not saying the full word for some reason makes you feel... like you know something that someone else doesn't, I guess. It makes you feel like you know the lingo of the thing, of whatever it is that's happening. You dick. You kill me, I swear to God. I have to wait. Oh, get that. Now let's do some jumping against the current, and... Oh, frick. Okay, oh, no, there you go. Oh, I was gonna have to do that anyway, because there's no way Croc would have made that jump. And now it's pitch black. And you know, I think there's definitely something going on with the... Oh. Wait, I'm not dead? What the fuck? Who the hell are you guys? Why are you so uncharacteristically creepy? Is this a... Wait, hold on. Was this supposed to happen? Or is this an... Because obviously I'm not dead yet, so clearly this isn't a fail state unless I'm just stuck here forever. No, I love what they say on guard. I wouldn't be surprised if that's like some stock sound effect in a collection. You have no idea how many games use... I mean, games still use stock. That's why they're called stock sounds, like stock textures and stock footage. And some people refer to stock footage as like... They'll use the word stock footage to refer to just like... You know, YouTubers, like when they refer to just footage of them playing a game. Like, really? That's not what stock footage is. Don't ask where I heard that, for fuck's sake. Okay, I thought I died this time. No. Okay, so don't hold forward when entering a level when you're falling. Like, it's just an instinct to hold forward, though. This is a really cool little set piece. I'm gonna assume one of those is the one that I want, and I got it. I thought I was gonna say, and I'm dead, but oh no. No, okay, I really hope that gem was just there to bait you and wasn't real. Like, it wasn't any of the gems that you're supposed to be collecting. Because for some reason, yeah, I care about that now. That's a really nice effect. On guard. On guard. You're not supposed to be saying on guard when you're using a fucking machete. You're like a pirate-looking guy. You know, a fucking insert name of website I'm not allowed to say guy, and yet what the fuck? Actually, why are people not allowed to say that? Because like you're not allowed to encourage it, but I guess you're not allowed to point people towards it. That's a good point, actually. Even though I've run into some sites where they'll say some shit like, we do not advise you do this. Anyway, if you want to do this, here's how. You know, it's like, or they'll like just straight up, they won't give you the link, but they'll still give you the exact name. So it's like, man, fuck. If only Google had this thing called searching, where I could just type in a keyword and, man, no, I need the link. You know, whatever. You know, I cut out a huge rant about that from the last video. I just turned it into like a little supercut. You know, one of those like Minecraft YouTuber style supercuts where it's like they cut to every time they break a block, but instead it's with this game, obviously. So every time I do something in the game, like jumping or whatever. And yeah, so I'm not going to get into that. I feel like it's kind of risky. Either way, this is, to quote the man Josh, am I supposed to... I think I've missed something. Okay, I guess we're not 100%ing this one. I'm still gonna try and get as much as I can, but still. But anyway, to quote the mighty Josh, this is the level where they learn how to make stuff move. And you know, I actually kind of get that criticism. Is it a criticism? I get that point because up until this point in the game, we've never seen whole parts of geometry move like this. Unless they're not whole parts of geometry. I don't know. I'm surprised how little warping this game has too, because it's PS1, right? A lot of PS1 games have warping. You know, the ground textures in this particular level have like a very Sonic art thing going on for some reason. Like, I feel like I'm walking on the non-polygonal ground of Sonic R, you know? Like the bits that are like textures, technically. Those parts. Don't ask why, it's just a little bit odd. Oh, we got on, and now we're just gonna keep having to... Okay, this is a really cool little timing thing. I'm a little bit scared that I might fall off, but at the same time, I really shouldn't be. But now I have to collect every single one, for fuck's sake. I don't care if I get hit, I just need to make sure I get them all, because one of them, I bet it's this one. Come on. Oh, don't... I really don't like that about certain games, when they condition you to do something every single time, because you believe that's what you're supposed to do in order to, exactly what this game does, really. Or like a game where it like encourages you to look into a particular kind of place and then fucks with your expectation. It kind of like, oh, well, this time, because I trained you to do this, you are gonna get punished for it. I didn't get punished for it in this case, it's just that now, no, I am punished for it by wasting my time, because now I'm like, fuck, I gotta get every single one, except that not everyone is gonna be that one, you know? To be fair, maybe it's a lost cause, because as you can see, I'm missing one of them already. Did he just snap on? Are they trying to, like... Oh, that's interesting. So they're trying to emulate inertial frames of reference. The first time I ever heard that term, funnily enough, was, because I'm not really into physics. I knew it. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's just fucking speedrun this, because there's no point in 100%ing this. It was in a Matthew Matosis video where it was talking about Mario 64, right? And how it doesn't... See, look at that. That's really interesting. I mean... It looks kind of phony, because that's not how it's supposed to work, but they do it though. That's nice, so you can like jump around and not worry about falling off. Come on, I need to... what did I just say? What did I just say? We're not 100%ing this level because I've clearly missed something earlier on, and at this point I might as well just fuck... Yeah, look, there's no point in going there. Let's just go back and die. Yeah, try and get to... How am I supposed to get... Oh, of course. Let's go here and jump. Yes, thank you, ledge grab. Yeah, cool. I love that little cutesy illustration of Croc. So what was I getting at about how... Oh, yeah. When, okay, this isn't the final level. I have a bit more time. When a certain piece of music ends up in an unreleased game or something, or like, you know, it was supposed to be, or even if the music just wasn't used to begin with, and everyone just starts applying this, like, otherworldly quality to it. This is a really cool gimmick, too. This is when the developers started, like, actually trying to make, like, the levels inherently interesting, rather than just interesting by the fact that you have to 100% them to get the most out of them. Here, I don't feel like I have to 100% this. I mean, I'm still gonna try, but anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. I understand that feeling of there being so much more to something when it's like, for example, even just the name, like Zelda, you know, that, it was supposed to be its own thing, and then, Exoparadigm Gamer, I reference him a lot, shut up, he mentioned in his Super Mario 64 DS playthrough, super specific, I know, part, like, 11 or 12, I think, I was watching it today, he referenced, apparently there's screenshots out there of, like, 3D, towns and stuff, like, things that, you know, were never in either the final Ocarina of Time or Master Quest. Come on, there you go. And I couldn't find them. Maybe I just need to dig on some more forums or something. I couldn't find them on the cutting room floor. Or maybe I did run across them, I just didn't recognize them as what I think they'd look like. Potentially, but yeah, anyway, just the name Zelda. Just hearing that is just so... Like, all it really was gonna be was just, you know, a redesigned, just slightly expanded, improved version of the game, you know, with the disc drive and stuff. Probably with some maybe higher quality music. Maybe voice acting, I don't know, I mean, they could have done it, because, you know, CD, I mean, DVD, I mean, yeah, it was going to be like a disc drive, right, so it was probably going to play CDs, and, no, yeah, so basically there's Master Quest, but, again, I think, even though they claim, like Nintendo, I think, claimed that Zelda ended up being Master Quest anyway, they were actually meant to be separate, they just call it that, whatever, doesn't matter, but yeah, just the name Zelda, and the fact that it truly was never properly released, so to speak. It gives it this air of just, wow, that sounds so mysterious. I don't know, it's just, you feel a very specific way when you hear, like, a word that you don't know the meaning of, because is maybe it's a Japanese word, possibly. It maybe means, like, more Zelda or something. I mean, you know when, like, Mario Galaxy 2 was literally going to be called Super Mario Galaxy More? Like, dead ass, that was going to be the name, and then they changed it, because that probably wouldn't have sold as well to call it 2. I don't know. Doesn't really matter that much. But either way, yeah, it's that kind of thing. Or Zelda. It's just so cool. But anyway, but with Sonic Extreme, oh, man, there's so many people and so many fan recreations of it, actually. And on one hand, looking at footage of that game, I get two feelings. I get mixed feelings. So, on one hand, I think, wow, this looks awesome. On the other hand, wow, this looks like it would play like complete dick. You know what I mean? It's like, on one hand, I love the way it looks and like the pre-rendered Sonic, and it just has this total, and because it was never released, this like complete thing that should have been but never was, and but now that I think about it, maybe it shouldn't have been, because, I mean, really, with the whole fisheye lens and Sonic's momentum looking all funky, I mean, I don't know. The game apparently never really got super, like, all that far into development. I mean, apparently the Sega execs were, like, totally just, they were embarrassed by some of the stuff, by what they showed, really. I mean, there is footage, genuine, real footage of maybe E3 or some sort of Games Expo or whatever from like 1996 or 7, around that time, of Sonic Extreme, you know, where it's like Sonic's just running around in like an arena or something, and it's crazy to think that's real. And a lot of the footage in those trailers, especially that one with like a fake Mario kind of going like, ugh, Sega, you know, like admitting defeat. You know, when Mario 64 happened. Oh, to be fair, Sonic Adventure came out after that, and I don't fucking care what you say. Sonic Adventure 1 is just a better game. Like, Mario 64 is a revolutionary game, and it's a great game. But, like, I don't want to play it that much, whereas I can play Sonic Adventure anytime. And before you say, oh, Big the Cat exists. Okay, do you have to play Big the Cat in order to get to Final Egg, like in Sonic's story? Do you? Because you don't. You can just do Sonic's story. As I said, it's just extra content. Like, okay, yeah, you need to get to Perfect Chaos. I don't care. If I want to listen to Open Your Heart, I'm going to look up Open Your Heart and listen to it. It's like, what else is there to that fight that you want? And even then, you only listen to it for half the fucking fight. So either way. But still, anyway, let's go back to, like, the main thing, which was about the music, primarily, of Sonic Extreme. You know what's funny? The soundtrack as a whole is not anything too special, to be honest. There's an entire soundtrack, really. And I'm sure that most of those tracks would have been placeholders. They would have been changed around, or maybe cut entirely. But I don't know. The only ones that really stick out in my mind are genuinely just Space Queens, because it's awesome, of course, and, oh, damn it. And this other one that was like, I think it was supposed to be for Crystal Valley, but basically it's the one that goes like, and with the F sharp, and that awesome bass line part. I should just fucking, I already did that for the last episode, where I edited in a little bit of that Linkin Park guitar thing I was talking about. I should just do that for this, you know, where I just edit in, like, as I'm pretend singing it, edit in the actual music that I'm talking about, you know, because I don't know if you've actually heard it. It's not as popular as Space Queen. Space Queens is a very popular Sonic track, to the point where I'm genuinely shocked that they've never there's probably legal reasons for that. You know, I'm thinking like, why did they put it in Generations or something? It's like, there's probably a reason. They can't. I imagine they just can't put it in. You know, even if like someone at Sega was aware and like they wanted to put it in, this is an awesome little platforming. It's just hard as fuck. Which is why I'm using save states. But maybe like they really do want to put it in, but it's like, well, they can't because who owns the rights to that track? How does video game music copyright works? You know, think about it. Because you know how everyone gets copyright strikes for real music, but most people get away with using music from video games, even from Nintendo games. Even though Nintendo are particularly bitchy about that. Remember when there was this time when Nintendo started like. Not necessarily, I don't think deleting content, but just kind of, you know, forcing the algorithm to not recommend, like shadow banning, I don't know, doing something to content that featured their games, and everyone was really pissed about it, because, I mean, no shit, it's like, we play your fucking games and we expose them to the world. If it weren't for people like that, I wouldn't even know what a Mario is, you know? You think they have ads for Mario where I live? Well, I mean, unless you count going to this weird Asian-run store, because, like, my country, despite it being, you know, in Europe, it has a fuck ton of Asians, particularly Chinese, and, like, there's a lot of markets set up, because, I mean, duh. And I remember seeing this stall when I was, like, in my teens. It must have been because of what I'm about to say. It was, it used a Mario Odyssey render of Mario, but I think it had, like, then a PlayStation logo, or it was a literal, you know that meme where it's like, it's me, Mario, for the PlayStation 4, because it's like, you know, it's never gonna happen, apart from an alternate universe. Yeah, I know that like, they were advertising, like, you know, in Windows, I think the Windows logo was there. I'm not sure, but just the most ridiculous shit you can think of. But I'm surprised they were using an up-to-date render. Even to this day, the most universally popular renders of Mario are the ones from, like, the mid to late 2000s, like the Galaxy era ones. You know that one, like, with him breakdancing, right? Is that the one they used to promote the Dance Dance Revolution thing, or was that actually a render for Mario Galaxy? I don't know. You know, much like how with Sonic, some of his most popular renders are the ones from, like, Sonic 4. Like, they still use that one sometimes, which is just insane. Even, I love how for Sonic X Shadow Generations, they just use the old renders for the cover art with, like, the shiny new Shadow one. And they don't look that different, because it didn't take CG very long to get good. But still, although there are some different promotional renders I've seen in certain thumbnails for the game, they're not screenshots, like they're renders, you can clearly tell, that are different and have Sonic looking a little bit different. They've slightly changed his spines and stuff like that. It's not like some massive redesign. I'm guessing it's the end of the level. Oh, dick, I gotta save the Gobbo. No, oh, shit, no. I may not be 100% in the game, but I'm not, like, I've gotten to this point in the level, I can't give up now, so let's fucking do it. Yuzo! There you go. Get it. There you go. When's he gonna fucking do the stomp and scream, Seamew! Lime! You know? RBC is free. That would not roll off the tongue very well. That would be very difficult for the voice actor to do with that tone. No, that's okay for me to say, because, like, it's not inherently wrong to do that. It's just like, oh, I'm providing ROMs instead of the shop. Oh man, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, a Mario on the PlayStation 4. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, I'm gonna keep fucking doing this, and you are gonna watch this because I'm commentating over it. If I ever shut up, that's when I cut stuff out. Or again, I say things that might get me into trouble if these videos got more than like 10 views a piece. You know, if by any chance at some point this gets really big and then people start going back and kind of be like, oh, I wonder how this started, you know, and then it's like it can bite me in the ass. So I'm careful with that still, even though I generally don't care that much. But yeah, I was talking about Mario on the PS4, and yeah, it's just all kinds of funny shit, you know, like I remember LGR did a video on like this weird Asian territories like bootleg Need for Speed collection, but it was like actually good. You know, it had just all the games, and you know they just worked all the way. I mean, not all of them, but like up to Most Wanted 2012. You know, but it's funny how they feature both like the original Most Wanted and 2012. I find that, I mean, nice. You fucking know EA wouldn't do that. Is this the final level? Baron Dante's Funky Inferno. Funky. His music is anything but. It's got a fucking harpsichord in it. Where do you hear that in funk? By the power granted to me by a little bit of wind generated by my minions, I shall take over the world. Oh my god, it's amazing. Yes, I love it. It's great. Oh, fuck you. That was unfair. Oh, wait. That means we can just run through the level and not give a shit. Yay! I mean, it's still fun to try and collect things, as I just proved. Like, this playthrough really was the transformation of me into a 100%... No, I'm not a completionist still. You're not gonna catch me fucking playing Banjo-Kazooie. I mean, I like Banjo-Kazooie well enough, but I've never played it. I just like it based on just the charm of it alone. There you go. You like fate. Oh no, the string. Yeah. So at this point, I mean, yeah, there's no reason for me to collect these. They're just there for health. Cause like, okay, you don't want to die, right? So I'm just gonna run through. We're probably gonna get the normal ending. Maybe the game uses a collectible threshold system instead of a collectible. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we're fighting him like this. Well, I guess this is going to be the end of the game. I mean, let's check out his boss pattern. Is he the exact same as every single other boss ever? Oh, he's got a shockwave that damages me. What? He hurts his jaw. That's pretty funny, actually. Oh, he bitch smack. Yeah, you got to lure him to pimp smack you. That's pretty funny. Oh, it's hilarious. He slaps himself across the face. I'm going to assume it's just... You know what's going to happen? Okay, it's going to be just this shit. And, like, you just have to hit him 6 times instead of 3. I can guarantee you that's what it is. Oh, he laughs when you get hit. That's a nice trope. Not enough games do that, where, like, when you get... What the fuck is he doing? Did I... Oh, no, okay. I was gonna say, did I die? No, this is a... Oh, it's a multi-phased fight. So he does a fucking... Basically a... T-pose, but it wasn't a T-pose, but like it kind of looked like one a little bit. And now we're onto the second phase of the fight. Okay, that's cool. I thought it would just be the same thing over and over. Okay, obviously we have to wait for him to charge and then snap back. That's awesome. I love the fuck you, man. I love the snap move. You know, the one that Croc has, where like he like that. That's great. That's really fun. More platformers should have that. So come on, let's just lure him in here. Come on. Get over here. And now, splat. There you go. He took a little bit of damage. This music is very much... Well, it's trying to do that thing from Mario 64's final fight. Dude, that's such an epic song. Like, really, it's not a song. It's an instrumental composition. More specifically, borrowing heavily from... Well, I don't know what themes it's borrowing from, to be honest. I want to say it's a bit Baroque, but really, it's just kind of generically classical. It's not classical, that's the thing. It's too dark, it's too heavy, you know? Like, Koji Kondo fucking pulled out the big guns for that one, even though I can barely... Funnily enough, it's one of those things where, like, I know it's super cool, but I barely remember what it sounds like. I know what it sounds like as a concept, but I couldn't possibly imagine any of the particular parts of that, you know, like the melodies or any of the chord changes or anything. It's just, well, it might not have any chord changes necessarily, because it's, again, a piece that's fashioned after a different kind of music where you wouldn't really be, even this, I mean, let me listen to this for a second. Okay, no, that is most definitely a... is there another phase? Yeah, that is most definitely just your typical harmony type thing. It's not like it's homophonic, right? It's not some insanely elaborate... there you go. Well, this isn't even... what's up with fucking... it's like with Crash Bandicoot 3, you know, where it's like... the final phase is easier. I mean, I say that as I die, of course, but, you know, I didn't have... oh, fuck you. Okay, I don't feel bad for doing this at all because the hitboxes are so vague. I haven't... look at that. You swipe them and you die, even though you're nowhere near him. And it's like, okay, so I have to... God. Oh, you know what? I thought... editor me, bring up the music there. I thought that for a second it would kick into the ice level theme. That do-do-do-do, that theme. No, it just plays its own thing. God, his soundtrack is cool. Look, I can't say I'll be humming most of it in my head. Well, some of it. Either way, I think we're... yeah, he's frozen. That means we win the fight. Let's watch that final cutscene, or at least... I assume, I don't know, maybe we'll get like a second phase because we collected enough Gobbos, or maybe it is just 100%, and anything less is not right. Well, we're gonna find out. Well, you can just do that all along? Why the fuck? Why'd I need the keys then? Damn it, Croc. His clapping is actually synchronized with the music. That is... so many games get that shit wrong. That is amazing. Yes. I'll leave you guys with my closing thoughts for the credits, as I always do. Croc, Legend of the Gobbos is one of those odd cases where I fully understand why, despite good sales figures, it never truly took off. Very little of what this game does is all that elaborate or justified outside of just, it's a video game. It's weirdly similar in a way to a game I completed recently, Sprawl, in how it's just a collection of existing design tropes from other games tied together by decent visuals and an amazing soundtrack. The controls, while archaic even for their own time, are totally usable because the level design makes sense for them. You're rarely, if ever, expected to perform any grand feats of platforming. On that note, despite my general aversion to 100% completing games, I found myself feeling quite rewarded whenever I would solve whatever simple problem the game would throw at me in order to go the extra mile. Some games really are so non-confrontational to the player on an any percent run that you almost feel bad for not going all in. Once again, the soundtrack kicks ass and is a total sleeper on a system already loaded with great OSTs, and the visuals hold up pretty damn well, although of course not on the same level as Crash, Spyro, or even Glover on PS1. I can't say Croc is an amazing video game, although it is definitely an above average PS1 game, but I find the sum of everything it does to just be impossible to resist. The way all of the levels feel like they are set on a world of nothing but flatness, or the hilariously anticlimactic cutscenes, it all makes for something that the sequel and even much better platformers don't have. Call it charm or even secondhand nostalgia, but I always have a good time playing Legend of the Gobbos. Thanks for sticking with me on another BK play, and I'll see you with maybe some more PS1, maybe something newer. We'll just have to find out. See you then.